Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. So I thought it had kind of been a long time since I've done like a 10-minute makeup routine, like how I'm actually doing my makeup when I'm in and out. Not whenever I'm going to a nighttime event, not whenever it's red carpet moment, but just like whenever I'm out. This is kind of like my go-to glam routine. It's easy, it's simple, and it's with all affordable products, which you're going to love. So with that being said, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more and join the YouTube fam jam. I would love to have you. Now let's go ahead and jump right in. Anytime you're doing your makeup, whether you have like 5 minutes, I just always recommend adding a little bit of moisture into your skin. It's just always gonna make the makeup lay a little bit better, a little bit flatter, a little bit smoother. Anything with hyaluronic acid also plumps your skin to get that nice, plush, plump, moisturized skin. So that's also a really nice ingredient to add into your everyday makeup routine. So I always just start with moisturizer no matter what. And then lately I've been going in with a little bit of a primer. Now in the past I've been like, I don't know about these tacky primers. Like they're kind of like, I don't know, a little gimmicky, right? But as the weather heats up, I notice my makeup likes to play me a little bit and slip and slide around and get really greasy. This is the Good Grip primer from SheGlam. It's also hydrating. I just love their price points. All their makeup is super affordable. So I don't apply this all over my face though. I just apply this in the areas where my makeup likes to play games, okay? Because some of my makeup, sometimes I have to wear it like this everyday glam, like 6 to 7 to 8 hours. It doesn't have to look perfect, but I need it to just look right. You know what I mean? Not look crazy, especially whenever I have podcast days and I'm filming the podcast. So I just add this tacky, do you see how it's tacky? Primer to these areas of my face. It's kind of like the middle of my face from this cheek area and then this little T-zone right here. It's very interesting. I have dry skin that likes to get oily and shiny, so I just kind of got the best of both worlds, if you know what I mean, but I get really shiny through here. So this is a hydrating product as well, which I like because my skin can be a little bit dry, but I do feel like it adheres the makeup to your skin and makes it wear for a really long time, so it's fantastic for that. So always add a moisturizer, one. Always add a primer, just in areas that you need. Two, if you don't need a primer, skip it, but do moisturize. Now let's get into foundation. Today we're gonna be using a new foundation from SheGlam. Y'all know I love a stick foundation, so I'm really excited about this one. This one is called the Skin Magnet High Coverage Foundation Stick by SheGlam. So this is supposed to be a full coverage foundation, and it is full coverage. I think if you use less, you could get it to medium coverage, but it covers great. So this is called the Skin Magnet Foundation because it has a unique formula where it adheres to your skin, and this is gonna last all day. And that is specifically why I think this is so great for an everyday makeup routine. If you use less of it, again, you can get it to medium coverage if you're not a full coverage girly, but if you really need that coverage, this is so great for that. This is actually only $8.99, and this is such a high-end filling foundation. I can't wait for you guys to see it work. They have 36 different shades, which is so fantastic. And I'm in the shade Golden, so let's get into it so you can see it in action. So I'm just gonna do you see this? Couple stripes on the face. And I don't know if you can see, it just kind of like melts right into your skin. So they also have this brush. Y'all know I love like an Artiste filling brush to do stick foundation or foundation. And you can use this to blend it in, but what's great is you don't even need this brush. If you want to use your fingers, you can actually just melt this into your skin with your fingers and just blend it in. It just melts in so incredibly soft and leaves you with this blurred, smooth finish. So I'm gonna do one half of my face so you guys can really see the difference with this product. We've applied it. I'm gonna use my little brush and just softly blend it out. I'm telling you, it just kind of melts in. So like some stick foundations are kind of hard to work with and hard to get blended in, but this one's not gonna be a hassle for you, okay? It's just really smooth, very melty. You know I love that. Wearing a white headband is such a crime whenever it comes to doing makeup, so I'm sorry for those of you who are triggered by this white headband. You're like, you know I'm gonna get it dirty. And you're correct, I am. There's gonna be makeup all over it. So this is me rubbing the rest in with my fingers. I'm a big believer in your fingers being your best tools whenever it comes to makeup. They just warm up the product so nicely and you can get in all those crevices to get your makeup blended out. If you want to just use your fingers with it, do not hold back because this is really your best tools. Okay, can we talk about the shade match first? Like I match myself so good with this foundation and that's one of my weaknesses. Golden is my shade, baby. It's the one I've been using and it just makes me so happy to have the perfect shade. So this is a good before and after for you guys to really just take in and see how skin-like and beautiful this looks. I'm also gonna do a wear test with it, so hang tight towards the end of this video so you can see. I'm gonna do a 6-hour wear test and show you guys how good it looks after 6 hours. It's incredible. And then this side of my face, you can see this is my natural side with no makeup. So this is full coverage, but do you see how it doesn't look like crazy cakey and like matted out and just like stamped? It's like full coverage, giving me all the coverage in those areas I need, but without the cakiness. It just goes on so smooth. And I love that it adheres to your skin, but has like this blurring effect to it. It's absolutely beautiful. Also, I get a lot of irritation in my skin whenever it comes to makeup products, okay? It's something I've been dealing with for the past year, but I will say I have been liking this one because it's great for sensitive skin. This is a non-irritating skin formula. It has no mineral oil. It has no preservatives. It also isn't gonna dry your skin out, has no alcohol in it, never been tested on animals. So this one does agree well with my skin, which I've been appreciating that. So let's go ahead and do the other half of our face because we're looking crazy here. And yeah, we're just gonna blend it in. I just love how melty it is. So what I like to do is use my fingers with stick foundations. I find it's just like the easiest to get them to move around. But yeah, this one moves around pretty good because it gets really creamy once you blend it onto your skin. As you can see with the stick, it was just like melting right in. But girly, we gotta get all the creases. So we're just gonna apply this. This also speeds up the process, okay? So imagine 10-minute makeup and you're literally just rubbing it in. This is how I did my makeup all through high school and we survived, okay? And this is a good example of what my face looks like after the full coverage foundation is completely applied. So it's really beautiful. It's not too intense. It looks like skin and it's gonna last all day. I love it. Check it out. 36 shades, only $8.99. I'll have it linked down below. So now I'm gonna take Acorn in the same foundation because you can actually use these just like a concealer and a contour stick. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna add a dab of Acorn, which is a lighter shade, and I'm just gonna blend that out with my finger and melt it in to brighten my under eye. We are not gonna do the most, okay? Just like that. Look at that coverage, insane. And then you can actually bronze up your skin with them as well. I'm gonna use a little bit of Saddle, which is just a little bit of a warmer shade, as you can see, and just lightly buff that into my skin. So whenever I contour, I will say I like to get a little more precise with a brush. So this one, Saddle, is just like a nice warm tone color, so it is more of a like bronzing up the skin, but summertime, I'm just like a bronzy girl. I love to bronze it up, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of this for the warmth around the perimeter of my face, and voila. Now you can skip this part if you're in a real if you're a girly in a hurly, you can skip this part. But if you have time to add a dash of cream blush instead of powder blush, sometimes it's nice to add this step. Or maybe you're like, I don't have time for this, and you can add a little bit of powder blush instead, which would be quicker. It's really whatever works in your routine. I don't mind dabbing out just a little bit of cream blush really quickly for my 10-minute routine, just to give me that extra youthful, gorgeous, glowy look. Well, not glowy. How about youthful, flushed look? I just love a little bit of blush. Do you guys remember whenever we abandoned blush in 2016? How dare we? But we're back. We're back, baby. And we're better than ever. So we're just gonna blend a little bit of that out. And truly, I'm talking, so all these steps take me a little bit longer because I'm filming a tutorial. It's been a minute since I filmed a tutorial, but I'm talking, and normally whenever I'm just doing this, it takes me like literally no time. Like truly. Our next step in this 10-minute makeup routine is just literally baking, and you do not have to bake. You can just take a little velvet sponge, some translucent loose powder, and just go ahead and pop that all over your face. I really find that this step locks everything in, and you don't have to like bake. I do all this because I want it to be a little brighter right there, so I'll add a little bit of baking powder. But if you have dry under eyes, or you feel like it settles in the wrinkles of your under eyes too much, you can totally skip that part and just sprinkle a light layer of powder right there. Do whatever works for you. All of our routines are a little different because of our needs, honey. So I'm just gonna pat this powder all around. So in my routine, I like to let my powder set a little bit before I go in and add any other powders on top. So in this time, I'll just go ahead and start filling in my brows a little bit. I'm not gonna do anything too intense to my brows. I'm not doing soap brows. I'm not gonna lay them down because this is realistically my 10-minute routine. So whenever I do this routine, I just very lightly fill them in, fill in the sparse areas. I'm not gonna do as heavy of an eye makeup look as well. So it helps to do like a lighter brow because it makes everything flow a little bit better. I have like a full coverage brow routine, and then I have this like sparse brow routine where I'll use a little bit of a lighter shade brow pencil, and then I'll fill them in, but like a slightly less intense. So I feel like this is a good amount of fill-in, and then I will take a brow gel. It does not have to be like a waxy intense brow gel. I'll just take like a lighter one and just kind of brush my brows into place. I'm not really going for like the bushy brow look, okay, with my 10-minute makeup. I'm just trying to like get them to stay put pretty much, and then that is good for me. And then I'll just go in if there's any other areas where I feel like just need a little bit filling in. All right guys, we just got this bad boy brow filled in over here, and we're just gonna add a little bit of brow gel just to lock it in place so it doesn't try to run away throughout the day. So we have brows on. Here's the interesting thing. Whenever I have 10 minutes to get ready, I do not do an eyeshadow look. Absolutely not. I don't have time for it, okay? And that's most of the time. So I'll just sometimes take some of my powders. I'll even take bronzers if I wanna create a little bit of dimension, a little bit of a contour into the eyelid. But today I'm just gonna take a little bit of powder and just blend that out because I want it to not crease where I put a little bit of foundation. I'll just get a small amount of powder, and this is just gonna smooth out my eyelid, okay? And it's good to have a little bit of dimension, so you can grab a powder that's like 1 or 2 shades deeper than your eyelid color and just brush it on, and like that's all you're getting, okay? So it's like no eyeshadow look. You can also leave your eyelids plain and not put foundation on them, but mine have so much redness. Sometimes I like it, and sometimes I like to show that redness depending on how natural a look I'm gonna do. But for today, just a little foundation powder to stop the creasing, keep that locked in. It's good enough for me. Now we're gonna curl the lashes. We have our little lash curler here. One tip that I like to do is warm it up with a hair dryer. You don't have to do this. Don't actually recommend you doing this, but I always do it, so I thought I'd show it. So we're just gonna warm this bad boy up. I always test it to make sure it's not too warm, and then I just curl the lashes, and this helps them to stay up. But look at that. You see those lashes? They're doing the most that they can. We're gonna go ahead and do this eye over here. It's still warm. Whenever you heat it up with a hair dryer instead of a lighter, I find that it gets like an internal heat in it that lasts longer, but it's not too externally hot where it'll burn your eyelid. So that's why hair dryers are great for it. I normally curl my lashes twice. This really depends on how much time you have and how stubborn your lashes may be. Mine are very stubborn, ladies, and they do not like to cooperate whatsoever. So before I put on mascara, I zoomed you in so you guys could really get into this part. I take a really fine brush like this, get a little bit of black eyeshadow on it, and this is my everyday eyeliner. I'll do like a liquid pen if I'm going out, but if not, like this is what you get. Let me make sure I'm on camera because I like to get a little bit of black eyeshadow on my brush, and we are gonna do seriously the tiniest wing liner because I do not want this to be fierce or intense. Just like that. So that is actually kind of long, but you know what, it works. And then we're gonna come back right here, but we're not gonna come back out here. We're gonna start right about there and bring it back in. And that's gonna give us that more defined point, and you can even play with it a little bit, drag it out. I think that looks really good. And now we're gonna add a little bit of it to our eyelid. And you're just doing small little buffy strokes. I promise you this does not take that long. It's a really quick process once you have it down. And then we'll focus it down here into the lashes to blend. Okay, if you guys can see how I just kind of buffed that in with this little brush right here, just going back and forth. And I like to bring it just kind of straight down and then follow in. That way we don't really have a line through here. So we're just gonna show off our natural lashes. So let me look straight at the camera so you can see how right there you can see the eyelid. That's why I like to stop my liner right about there and just really get it deep within the lashes. And then that is kind of the look. So let's keep you zoomed in while I show you what I do next. This is one of my favorite mascaras that I've used for years by Chic Glam. It's a double-ended one, but it's really good. It's waterproof, so it will not come off. It will not flake. And we're just gonna go ahead and get that on into these lashes. Very small layer. Okay, there we go. That's all I'm gonna do. Nicely coat it. We're gonna do a second coat in just a second, but I wanna show you what I do. Before that, we're gonna add a micro lash. These are just little stick-on lashes I like to add. So we're gonna actually add these underneath our real lashes, just like that right there. And then we're gonna press it together like that. You can either take your tweezers, give it a little press. It kind of already has the glue on it, so that's a great example. That went on so smooth. So that was long, and then I'll taper it and I'll take medium. This one is medium, and we're gonna place it right there, right beside the large, and then, or the long, not the large. And then I'm gonna pinch these together. Sometimes I just do it with my fingers because, again, when we have 10 minutes, we're moving quick like that. So now to fuse these false lashes with my real ones, we're gonna add that next coat of mascara. So first I use this Bushley side of the mascara. What's great is now, because we have these little delicate lashes on, we don't wanna mess them up. It has this prickly side, but it's meant to curl up. So now I'll do my second coat of mascara with these on, and this is gonna fuse my real and fake lashes together, and you can't tell a difference. It just looks like my lashes are fantastic. And look, when you look down, there's no lash band right there whenever you're looking down. So this has just been my everyday quick little process with my eyes. So I'm gonna go do this eye and I'll be right back. Okay, so this truly takes me, once you get it down, only probably 2 minutes to do. And I think it's such a pretty eye look, but so natural. Get the liner down with the powder. It makes all the difference. It makes it super soft. I even do it thinner than this. It turned out a little thick through here today, but it still looks great. And then fusing together these little press-on lashes with the mascara is really the trick. And then that way you can look down here and like there's no lash line, there's no lash band, and you can't even feel it. So it just gives this really nice look for a 10-minute look. Boom. So I'm gonna do this eye and I'll be right back. So now we're almost done, but first, this is optional. You can add just a little bit of powder blush. I typically listen, if I've already done the cream bronzer, it will peer through, so I don't do powder bronzer on top in my 10-minute routine. In my full coverage routine, I do, but you can add a little bit of blush if you want to. You can leave it off, it doesn't matter. You already put on cream blush, so that will peer through, or if you prefer just your powder blush, girl, do you. You know what works for you, but I'm just gonna add a little bit of both since we're doing a full tutorial here. Also, if you want to go in and add a little bit of highlighter, these are so funny. These are the lunar highlighters from Glam, and they went so viral. You would see people on TikTok doing this with them, like rubbing them on their nose, and look, so much comes off. It's super highlighty. So yeah, these kind of went viral for that, but I do like to take a little bit, you know, I'll do a little dollop. This is if I have 11 minutes, but 10 minutes, it's out. Maybe a little bit on the cheeky as well, just to get a shine in. Ooh, pretty. Okay, and our last step are these lips. Honey, we gotta do something about them. So I am a through and through lip liner girly. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of a brown lip liner. You can simply do gloss if you're like, absolutely not, Miss Laura. And this is one of my favorite lip products. So these are a dupe for some of those higher end lip plumpy juice things from Glam. This one is in Mahogany Magic. This is my favorite color. And I like to just put this all over the lips. It has like a plumpness to it. But it's so pretty. It's such a pretty color, like nudie, warm brown. Look at that. Oh, you guys, this one is the one. They have, look at all these colors they have, okay? I'll be honest, like I've gotten into a couple of these. They have so many, endless colors. But if you want the best one, get the mahogany. What's it called? It is Mahogany Magic. I just keep this one on my makeup desk and I always use it. And it's like a solid lip gloss, okay? And you're done. So you don't have to add the lip liner if you don't want to. You can totally skip lip liner and just add this directly to your lips, and it's gonna do you in. It's gonna look fantastic. You're not gonna need more. So that is it for my technical 10-minute makeup routine. There are areas you can leave off if you're in a hurry. There's areas you can add to, but I've just done this routine for a long time and I'm able to do these steps very quickly, like the eyeliner and the lashes, just because I've been doing them forever. And I think it kind of gives a little bit of a natural look, but she's still glam, but it only took her 10 minutes to get ready. You know what I mean? And this makeup's gonna last all day. So this is it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will stop back in for a 6-hour reveal of what this looks like after 6 hours, so you can really see that this makeup lasts and you can kind of get an idea for yourself how it might wear on your own skin. I crimped my hair. It's been 6 hours. That's why my hair looks like this. I felt like I needed to address the hair first. But it's been 6 hours and I'm gonna give you a close up. The only thing I wanted to show you me touching up is my lippy. So A glossy lippy like this, you will have to touch up throughout the day, so I like to always throw it in my bag, but I just want to show me giving a little touch up to these lips. We're using the same color, Mahogany Magic. Let's get into it. This is my skin. I told you you can see I get a little bit shiny through here, but it looks fantastic. Forehead always gets a little shiny in the T-zone, but nothing too crazy. If anything, my eyeliner kind of started running and smudging a little bit, but this is the foundation. This is, oh, my nose is peeling. I'm showing you guys me in like 4K, okay? So you can actually see the skin and everything. There's 0 filters on this, and it just looks incredible. Okay, I've told you guys this foundation like sticks to your skin, so it just looks better the longer you wear it, which is crazy. Also, the lashes staying on, fantastic. Let me do it this way, my nails look gross. Also, the lashes staying on, so fantastic. But you guys, 6 hours. This makeup can definitely keep going. And yeah, I just highly recommend this little foundation stick to you, honey, because it is not playing any games. So as you guys could see, me in the future, the check-in, what the makeup looked like. I hope that gave you some insight. You guys, don't forget to check out this foundation. It is so freaking nice for $8.99. It's crazy at SheGlam. I also used a couple other SheGlam products in this video, which you guys know I'm gonna link them down below for you so you don't even have to worry about it. But this is the Skin Magnet High Coverage Foundation Stick. I use the shade Golden. You can also use shades to highlight your skin or contour your skin. They're multi-use. You can use them with your fingers. I just think they're fantastic. 36 shades. The number one thing I like about them is the wear time. I really just need my makeup to last. That's the number one thing. Whenever I'm putting on my makeup, I'm gonna be wearing it out. People are gonna see it, and I'm really counting on it to look good. So these are fantastic for that. You do not have to spend a ton of money to have great makeup in 2024. But I'll have these linked down below along with everything else. Thank you, SheGlam, for sponsoring today's video. And thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to my channel before you leave. If you haven't joined us already, we've been here for 11 years. We love it here. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.